Hello and welcome to this Trigger 2-minute tutorial and the final part of our talk about playback logging. So we've seen so far how to enable playback logging in the environment options window and how to quickly activate it and deactivate it. There are many ways to activate and deactivate playback logging, but another way I'll quickly show you today is with using a trigger button. So we'll label this trigger button up. And if we open up the button properties window for this button, you'll see under salvo control we have the option to toggle playback logging. And so now you'll see we currently have logging active. If we click on the trigger button, the logging label disappears, the status bar border goes grey, and this indicates that playback logging is deactivated. We can simply click on this trigger button again to reactivate it. As I say, there are other ways as well to activate and deactivate playback logging, which we can discuss at a later point. Now, that's all well and good, but what if you have a sound effect that isn't subject to copyright and you don't want it to be logged? So in that scenario, you can simply go to the button properties window again and simply disable where it says enable log here. And now that button will never be logged. That Q button will never be logged. And finally, I want to talk about the scenario where you may have a continuous audio loop playing out to on your mixing desk, and it's usually faded out. You simply fade it up when you want to put it to air. Now that is no good logging when you play that button and when you stop it, because it may be playing for hours but not actually going to air. So what you could do is set up a contact closure from your mixing desk and cause that to activate a trigger button on your project. And the way that would work would be, for example, to use that contact closure to fire this trigger button. We open up our button properties form and we could log this text whenever that fader is opened. So now whenever that loop is pushed off its backstop, that text will be logged in our log file, so we'll know when that is going to air. Okay, that concludes our chat about playback logging. I hope you found it useful and that you'll join me next time.